So guys, why are we here? We are going to revise, actually not revise, we are going to study, okay, the entire Caro 2020 for our intermediate exam. So the basic explanation, I will keep it in English. Why? Because our exams are in English, so we have to write all these keywords and all the phrases in English. And if you have any doubts, please put it in the chat box. Okay, I will clear it either in English, Malayalam, or Tamil as far as I know. Okay, so can we start? Come on, come on, come on, gear up. Okay, so let's start. One second. 1 second. Yes. So guys, my intention is once you have attended the session, you should not spend any time for Caro 2020. Okay, of course, you have to revise, that's there. Other than this, you should not spend any time for your own study of Caro, everything in detail with towards the end, we will discuss the question also with presentation. Okay, so kindly study with me with the session itself. Okay. Come on. We have financial statements. FS is there. Balance sheet, P&L, cash flow, notes, all these FS is there. For the FS, the auditors will give the audit report. We will give the audit report. Now, for certain classes of companies, I repeat, for certain classes of companies, what on top of the report, we have to give additional report. That additional report is called as the Caro. But why did I call this as additional report? Anyone? Why am I calling Caro as additional report? Already, audit report has how many elements? Come on, audit report has how many elements? There are title, addressee, opinion. How many elements are there? 14 elements. Okay. On top of this 14 elements, Caro has to be also reported. Okay. Now, Caro will be reported as a part of which element? You said 14 elements are there. As part of which element you will report? Can someone say as a part of which element you will report? Very good. You will report as a part of other legal and regulatory reporting requirements. Okay, fine. One more big doubt. Is Caro applicable for all companies? Is Caro applicable for all companies? Answer is no. But a Caro is an order which is issued by, who has issued Caro? It's not ICI, it is issued by our MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Caro, how many para is there? Come on. Caro, how many para is there? Para. How many para? Very good. There are 4 para. It's an order, right? So we have 4 para. Para means para, order. Para 1 deals with, para 1 of the Caro dealing with what? Applicability. Arkakyana, for who all Caro is applicable. So Gina, title is there, but I'm saying para 1 is mainly explaining what? Applicability. For who all Caro is applicable. For which all company audits Caro is applicable. Now, para 3 states, what are the matters, once applicable, what are the matters to be included in dash dash? Where you have to include in your audit report. We just said no, audit report, other legal and regulatory reporting requirements. How many clauses are there? How many matters are there? Very good. There are 21 clauses. 21 clauses, 21 matters. So that is para 3. What is para 4? Para 4 is okay. Para 4 of the Caro is what? Reasons. Reasons for what? How many clauses were there? 21 clauses. If any of these 21 clauses are being reported by auditor with an adverse or negative or qualified comments, you have to state reasons. I repeat, para 1 is applicability for which all company audits Caro is applicable. Applicability para 1. Para 3. Once applicable, auditor has to include in his audit report as a part of other legal and regulatory requirements content 21 clauses. For these 21 clauses, if there is some adverse or negative comments, why adverse came, reasons also has to be stated. Where they said as per para 4. Now guys, ask me, what is para? Ask me, what is para? 2. Para 2 is like a linking. Audit report, once Caro is applicable, audit report will include matters in para 3 and 4. For companies for whom Caro is applicable, for them, para 3 and para 4 you have to report. Can you reply whether you understood? There are 4 para, and as I said, please study with me. Para 1 is applicability. Para 3 is matters to be included, those 21 clauses. If any of these 21 clauses are answered in a negative or qualified or unfavorable comments, reasons. Now, para 2 is like linking. As far as exam is concerned, if any question comes from applicability, Maklai, how will you start? Chalo, how will you start? If a question comes from applicability, how will you start? You will write as per para. As per para 1 of the order. Now, if something is asked from those 21 clauses, you will start as per para 3 of the order. Are you getting the points? So guys, okay. As far as exam is concerned, you have to remember mostly 2 only. Para 1 is applicability and para 3 is reporting. If this much is clear, our session is divided into 2. Chodikada, Kelanga, ask me what is the session is divided into 2 parts. Ask me what? No. Once again, First one is, I will be saying about for which all company Caro is applicable. So in the first part, I will be talking about we will be talking about the applicability. Second part, we will be dealing with para 3, which is those 21 clauses. So basically, these 2 are the paras, which is very important and it's there in the material also. Okay. So I'll give you 30 seconds for any doubt. After that, we'll start. Okay. So for those people who are asking me doubt of para 2. Para 2 is like a, what you say, linking. Linking means they say for which all company Caro is applicable. Okay. They have to report under para 3 and 4. See, those people are asking where you will report in audit report. It's under other legal and regulatory requirements para. See, this para is included in the audit report to report any other matter other than essay, like title, addressee, opinion, basis. 14 contents are there. Caro is report as a part of this content. Where you will include, when you will include if Caro is applicable. What will you include? 21 clauses. Usually it is kept as an annexure. So now I'm going to start with applicability. Okay. Can we start with the applicability para 1? Come on. Gear up. Can we start with para 1? So guys, para 1 is applicability. Okay. This para states for which all company audits Caro is applicable. So applicability. Come on. This applies for all company audits. All company audits, including, very good, including which company? Including foreign company audits. Even when you do the audit of a foreign company, Caro 21 clauses will be applicable. Except, now listen, for the following company, the company which we are going to state now, for these companies, Caro is applicable or not applicable? For these company, Caro is not applicable. First, and I will say in my own order. First, banking company. Now, what is the logic for bank? Caro is not applicable. For bank audit, Caro is not applicable. Why? Already bank auditors will give a separate report called as LFAR as per the RBI requirements. Since already a separate reporting is there called LFAR, you need not report under Caro. Second, when bank comes, what else will come? As always, twins here, which company will come? Insurance company. For insurance company, as per of insurance company, IRDA, there is a separate regulations. So guys, if you see, these two are what institution? Financial institutions, bank and insurance. Now guys, one question. For bank, Caro is not applicable, RBA is there. Insurance also, Caro is not applicable, IRDA is there. NBFC, like Manappuram, Muthoot, NBFC, is Caro applicable? But for audit of NBFC means non-banking financial companies. Yeah, even though NBFC is also a financial institution, Caro is, come on, Caro is applicable. In fact, in 21 clauses, one separate clauses like alone for NBFC alone. Anyone? Very good. Clause number. Very good. Clause number 16. 16. Yeah. So guys, bank, insurance, Caro is not applicable. However, for NBFC, Caro is applicable. Now next, dash company, non-profit company. Company is licensed to operate under Section 8. Section 8 companies, non-profit companies. For non-profit companies, audit is there, Caro is exempt. Why? It's non-profit. Then Chota company, OPC under Companies Act, and small company. Now pause. When will be a company considered as small company? Many doubts are being asked by students. Parayamo, Solvengla, can you say when a company will be small company? It should not be. First condition is it should not be a public company, meaning private. Now its paid up capital shall not exceed 4 crore. Shall not exceed 4 crore. Shall not exceed 4 crore. Turnover, okay, as of the last year, should not exceed how much? 40 crore. These three conditions, it should not be a public, meaning private company, it should be. Paid up capital should not exceed 4 crore. Turnover should not exceed 40 crore. These is like and or. These three conditions illay and or. Very good. All these three conditions are and. If all the three conditions are satisfied, it will come under the bracket of. If all these three conditions which I said is satisfied, it will come under this bracket of small company. Once it's a small company, Caro is exempt. No need to see any other points. Can you acknowledge whether you understood till here? For bank, insurance, Section 8, OPC and small. Small company, they won't give an exam mostly as small company. They will just give private limited. Sriram Private Limited, private. When you see the word private, just see the limits and decide whether it is small or not. Okay. Now, fifth company. We are in the exemption, fifth company. I've lost the flow. Come on. Private company subject to 4 conditions. It's like double negative. Already we are in the exemptions of Caro. To get the exemption for a private company, which is not a small company. It's not the wordings of Caro. I am saying small company, allatha private company. At a company which is not a small company, then only you have to see this. Why did I use that word? If it is a small company, already Caro is exempt. No need to see this point. Did you understand that? Okay. Now, private company subject to 4 conditions. And again, watch out in the exam question whether the name of the company had the word PVT. First condition, should not be that private company should not be a holding or subsidiary of which company? Public company. Now, what if that private company is having a public company as holding or subsidiary? Can you say, Caro, applicable? Not applicable? If yes, if they have holding company or subsidiary as a public, then Caro will be applicable. Why? For exemption, it should not be. If it has, Caro is applicable. Second, let us take the balance sheet. No, balance sheet of the private company. Paid up capital. PSC is paid up capital. RS is reserves and surplus. Not free reserve. Entire paid up capital. Paid up capital plus all the reserves and surplus as per schedule 3. Not only free reserve, entire should not exceed how much? 1 crore. When will you see this? It is seen as on 31st March, balance sheet date. Third, borrowings from bank and financial institution. Take the balance sheet. In the liability side, there will be borrowing. In that borrowing, take only borrowing from bank and financial institution. You got the point? Only from bank and financial institution. FI is financial institution. Should not exceed how much? 1 crore. But there is a point over there. This 1 crore, no? This 1 crore, when will you see? At this 1 crore, when will you see? 31st March. Whereas this 1 crore, when will you see? At any point of time during the year. Meaning, വർഷത്തിൽ 365 ദിവസത്തിൽ ഒരിക്കലും അത് exceed ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല 1 crore borrowing. Throughout the year, at any point of time, it should not exceed 1 crore. 365 days la அது exceed பண்ணக்கூடாது borrowings. Clear? Finally, last point, revenue. Mind you, it's not turnover, it is revenue. Revenue. Revenue means P&L account take revenue. Turnover plus other income. Other income means including the discontinuing operations. Including discontinuing operation should not exceed 10 crore. Did you watch out something? For small company, was it revenue or turnover? For a small company, what did we say? It is turnover. Okay. Whereas for Caro private company, what did we say? Revenue. Turnover is different, revenue is different, revenue is broader, including other income. Now, all the 4 points, the points which we discussed now, no? These points, 1, 2, 3, 4. All the 4 conditions and the aura. For a private company to get exemptions from Caro, it is, answer is and, meaning they said subject to, no, subject to means it should be satisfying all the 4 conditions. So if you are confused, I'm writing all 4 conditions should be satisfied for exemption. Now, okay. Now, if one condition is violated, what will happen, guys? What if one condition is violated? Come on. Caro will be applicable not applicable. Like one condition is violated, Caro will be applicable. Are we clear? So guys, I will come back to your doubts. Just give me 1 minute. Let me wrap it up. We are in Caro applicability as per para 1. For 5 company, Caro is not applicable. Banking company, insurance company. Move out, financial institution, but for NBFC, it's applicable. Section 8, audit is there, but Caro reporting not required. OPC, fine, very easy. Small company, examiner, watch out. In the question, private word, watch out, and subject to 3 conditions, all 3. Now, if not a small company, then only check out these 4 conditions. All the 4 should be satisfied. When you take reserves and surplus, it will include all the reserves, including, free reserve, capital reserve, etc. And before I move out, I have few doubts, guys. Can I ask? Please, 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 please. And I have few doubts. Please. Okay. 5 doubts, sir. Standalone financials. Is Caro applicable for consolidated financials? I'm asking, is Caro applicable for audit of consolidated financials? Answer is basically Caro is exempt for audit of consolidated financials except last 21st clause. For those people who did not understand, I will say one example. Wait. See, there is a company, okay? Puttu Limited. Puttu has 1, 2, 3. 3 subsidiary associate something. Kadala, say the name, no. Param, Papadam. How many set of financial this case a company will prepare? Tell me how many sets of financial, extra set of financial they will prepare. How many set of financial they will prepare? Puttu will prepare Puttus. Kadala will prepare Kadala. Param will prepare Param. Papadam will prepare Papadam. 4 plus group financial, which is CFS. So totally 4 standalone plus 1 consolidated. Totally 5 set of financials are there. First 4 is called as the standalone. For standalone financial, clause number 1 to 20 will apply. Did you hear out? 21 clauses is there in para 3. So for standalone, clause number 1 to 20 will apply. This 1 to 20 clauses not applicable for audit of 50 set of financial. It's called as consolidated. For that, only 21st clause is applicable. Other clause are exempt. Can you acknowledge whether you understood that? So guys, once more, this order, okay, I'm putting as a note, this order is not applicable. NA means not applicable for, I lost the flow. Not applicable for what? CFS, Consolidated Financial Statements Audit. Wait. Except clause number 21. So guys, if you see Infosys standalone audit report, which all clauses they have reported, I have Infosys report with me. This is where I don't have the time to show. How many clauses they would have reported? Very good. From clause number 1 to clause number 20. Infosys has a CFS audit report also. They have reported only clause number 21. You want to know the logic why for CFS only 21 and not 1 to 20? Can I say? Hello? Can I say? See, what is consolidated financial? It's a line by line. It's like sum up of all parent plus components. It's a sum up of all, no? So for the consolidated financials audit, that auditor will report under clause number 21 the respective standalone audit report la Caro 1 to 20 clause la adverse. I will say in two language. എടാ കൺസോളിഡേറ്റഡ് ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽസിന്റെ ഓഡിറ്റ് റിപ്പോർട്ട് ഇല്ലേ, അതില് സ്റ്റാൻഡ് അലോൺ ഓൾറെഡി ഓഡിറ്റ് ചെയ്തില്ലേ, അതിലെ ക്യാരോ ഇല്ലേ, ആ സ്റ്റാൻഡ് അലോൺ ക്യാരോയില് 1 to 20 ഇല്ലേ, അതിലെ നെഗറ്റീവ് കമന്റ്സ് മാത്രം ഇവിടെ കോപ്പി പേസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും 21 ആയിട്ട്. തമിഴില് എടാ സ്റ്റാൻഡ് അലോണോட ഓഡിറ്റ് റിപ്പോർട്ടില് 1 to 20 இருக்குல்ல, அந்த 1 to 20ல if there is any adverse comments, அந்த adverse comments மட்டும் 21st clause of CFS they will copy paste. Makla, did you understand? Standalone financial has 1 to 20. In that, if there is any adverse or negative comments, that adverse or negative alone they will copy paste in 21st of CFS. Okay. Now guys, as on which date you will say applicability? Caro applicability is seen as on which date? Can someone say? Caro applicability is seen as on. Very good. Balance sheet date of current year, year of audit. If you are doing the audit of 24-25, 31st March 25. Now, who has to see the applicability? Auditor, company, both. Caro full form, company auditors report order. So who has to check out the applicability? It has to be checked by the auditor only. Once Caro is applicable, every year, is it mandatory to report under Caro? Caro is applicable for this year. Will it be mandatory that every year Caro is applicable? No. Makkale, no. Applicability of Caro has to be checked every year. Once applicable, it won't apply for all year. Every year when you do the audit, as on 31st March, balance sheet date of the respective year, you have to check out applicability. This I've already said. Which all clauses are applicable for standalone? 1 to 20. Okay. But a lot of people are having doubts, and in groups also a lot of doubts were there. See, if small company, do you need to check the private company clauses? Once it is falling under the small company, once it's a small company, do you need to sit and check this? Answer is no. So guys, keep it as a rule out point. In the exam, so keep it as a rule out point. Once you see private company PVT, first check which one, whether it is small company. That's the first condition. If small company, Caro is exempt. Already exempt, no need to check anything. If not a small company, check out for private company 4 points. If satisfied, Caro is exempt. If not satisfied, those 4 points, Caro will be applicable. I hope this gives you more clarity about that small company and private company. Can you reply whether you understood? Okay, those who are asking me doubt with respect to this point. Okay, this point states, once it's a small company, Caro is already exempt. No need to check any other condition. If it is not a small company, then check the private companies, that 4 points applicable. If all 4 is satisfied, Caro is again exempt. If those 4 points are not satisfied, or any of the 4 points are not satisfied, then Caro will be applicable. And a Caro full form is Company Auditors Report Order. So Caro, the entire Caro is an order issued by MCA. So guys, can you give me a reply whether you understood this much? Array, did you understand? So with that, by the way, I have lost the flow. Which para we were discussing throughout till now? Makkale, which para we were discussing? Para 1. Can you give me a absolute assurance, not reasonable, that you understood? Okay, guys, great reply. Keep going. Appreciated. Okay, so now I'll give you sharp. No, before giving you rest, one more. Let me ask you, you ask me so much doubts, no? Why can't I ask the doubt? Well, you should have all the fun. I will also have fun, guys. You ask me doubt, no, I will also ask. Reply. Uh, reply, Is Caro applicable for branch audits? Head office is there, branch is there. Answer, you are saying yes. But you can't blindly say yes. Once Caro is applicable to the company, for the respective branch also Caro will be applicable. So I am repeating, once Caro is applicable to company, then the branch also Caro will be applicable. Why? Company is a consolidation of all the branches. Now, but for a private company, paid up capital plus reserves and surplus shall not exceed. How much crore? 10 crore or 1 crore or 4 crore? You 1 crore, no. When you calculate this paid up capital, when you calculate this reserves, I'm asking you a question, say yes, no. Will you include preference capital? While you calculate paid up capital, will you include preference capital? That's also capital. Include. Forfeited share amount. Forfeited share amount. Will you include or reduce? Forfeited means it's given back now. So you will less. If it is already included, less. Debit balance in P&L account. Reserves and surplus will include, free reserve, capital reserve. Debit balance, P&L account usually will have credit. If it is debit balance, what you will do is net off. Already you have a balance, in that net off. Net off means reduce, net off. Share application money. What will you do? Will you add or reduce or not consider? Shall I say something? Share application money, unless it is allotted, it won't be part of paid up capital. Am I right? From foundation +1, +2 commerce we are studying. Unless it is allotted, it won't be ignored. It won't be included in capital. So answer is, this amount should not be considered as a part of paid up capital. It should not be taken, not considered. Now guys, outstanding loan from bank and financial institution shall not exceed, for a private company, how much crore? 1 crore. When you calculate that loan, will you include loan taken from NBFC also? Bank and financial. So NBFC is a financial institution. So answer is yeah. Credit card dues. Will you include in the outstanding borrowings? Makkale, oi, why not? Credit card due is also due payable to the bank. So that also you will include. I will say something. They might give you an extract of balance sheet. They might give you an extract of balance sheet. From that, what you will calculate? Paid up capital plus reserves and surplus you need to calculate and see if it is less than or equal to 1 CR. Plus, you have to, from the balance sheet, loans and borrowing. You don't read land and building. That also you will calculate 1 crore. Now, P&L account extract, if they give, you will see what revenue. Revenue means not turnover, including other income, all should not exceed 10 crore. So they might give you P&L account and balance sheet extract and ask you to comment whether Caro is applicable. So you start as per para. one of the order, explain. In the given case, write. Show the calculation, plus, 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 then write. Since it is not exceeding, therefore Caro is exempt or not applicable. Are we clear? Makla, my view is two things. Main, Caro, you have to have 100% clarity. Second, presentation also you should know. Forfeited share is like for non-payment, it's like forfeited, cancelled. So cancelled share amount, it should be excluded. No, excluded means paid up capital you will not take. You will minus. Ada, can you reply whether all okay? No, I was just saying these points, no, paid up capital, forfeited, debit balance, share application, for which company you will see all these things. Maklai, for which company you will see all these points. Very good. Only if it is private. If the question is saying and limited, don't see anything. If the word private is not there, it's a public company, directly Caro is applicable. So that's why I've written, if it is private only, check out all these things. See, loan from bank and financial institution, 1 crore. Financial institution will also include NBFC, like loan taken from Manappuram, Muthoot, Bajaj. So NBFC is also a financial institution. So when you take this 1 crore, NBFC loan edukana. 1 crore you have to take NBFC loan also. So guys, come on warriors, come on unstoppables. Are we clear with this much? So with that, Ada, we are winding up Caro's applicability para 1. I hope no other doubts and I've cleared all the doubts. So take rest for sharp 1 minute. Then we will start with which para next? Para 3. So guys, something very, very, very big going to come. I've seen students, I will say something, learn with mnemonics. I don't like mnemonics, to be very frank. I'm saying from my side, I always would like to go in a flow. 1. Second, I've seen students learn like, ma'am, clause 1 is PP. Very good. Clause 2 is inventory. Excellent. Clause 3 is loans advances. Very, very, very good. But the thing is, right now the exam pattern is like this. They will ask you to explain something from the inner points of these 21 clauses. So if you learn these clauses broadly, generally, it's a little difficult. Makle, why? Did you understand what I meant? So I will go in depth in each of the 21 clauses. And I want one reply from everyone. Did you learn para 1 applicability right now? I didn't ask you. Yeah, I didn't ask you whether you heard. I asked you whether you learned. Okay. So let me finish Caro teaching. After this, okay, let me finish off the clauses also towards the end. If you permit me, maybe I will take 15 minutes extra. And after I will explain in pakka every clauses I'll explain like this. After that, if you guys give me 15 minutes extra, what I'll do is I will prepare a summary chart of all the 21 clauses and also I will discuss few questions. Kirtana, I'll share the video. Okay. So guys, gear up, 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 gear up. There is something very, very, very huge going to come. And very interesting here, 21 clauses. Wow. Can we start? Array? BGM has played. Hero is going to come. Be careful. Hero. Hero means most of the time either they ask you from applicability or they ask you from clauses. So clauses is more important, I feel. So BGM has been played. So come on. Shall we proceed? Okay, proceed. When I heard the BGM, my flow went. Which para are we going to start? Para 3. Okay. Okay. So guys, I will explain clauses after every clause. If it is big, after every clause. If it is small, after 2 to 3 clauses, I will pause. When I'm pausing, and our exam is nearing, when I'm pausing, okay, you can take rest of 1 minute or so, or you learn that clause and ask the doubts if any. Will you do that, guys, with me? Sure. So guys, all these 21 clauses are as per para 3. So students ask, are we supposed to learn clause number? Yeah. If you forget, what else to do? Write as per para 3 of the order. If you forget, don't forget. We'll make a chart in the end. So guys, come on your mark, get set, go. Clause. Clause 1. What is clause 1? Property, plant and equipment, PPE. Let me say something. Did you know? All the 21 clauses, who is reporting to whom? Auditor reporting to whom? Shareholders. Users, shareholders. You are acting like an intermediary. Can you keep this logic in mind while you learn 21 clauses? You guys are acting like an intermediary between who and whom. You are seeing what management has done and you are reporting to the users. See, shareholders, your management has not kept that. Your management has not done that. Your management has violated. See. You are like a villain. I'm just saying, please, just for a comedy. You are just seeing between what management did and you are saying to the shareholders. Now, property, plant and equipment. At our first step pillar, can you learn 5 words? At 5 words. Records of PPE, whether PPE has been physically verified, whether title deeds of land, etc., whether property, plant and equipment is revalued, whether they are holding any binami property. Can you read and study those 5 words? Study. What are the 5 words? 5. What are the 5? First, proper records. Whether records has been maintained for PPE. Whether PPE has been physically verified. Whether immovable property is title deed. Whether PPE is revalued. And whether there is any binami. Now I'll explain each of these points. First, clause 1A. Whether there is proper records for both PPE, including dash asset. Can you support? Including what asset? Intangible assets. So even though it is PPE, even for intangible asset, whether records are maintained, you have to see. Second, physically verify. Who physically verify? Management or auditor here. And I said, no, we are like an intermediary. Hello, they didn't do. You are saying whether management has done at reasonable intervals. It's not auditor, Amale. Management, whether they have physically verified the inventory, you are saying and reporting to the users, shareholders. Reasonable intervals means once in 3 years. Okay. See, whether title deed of immovable property, land, machinery affixed to earth in the name of the company. And one exemption is there, other than lease. Lease means lessee, lesser. Other than lease property, immovable property, title deed. Title deed means pramana, registered document in name of company. D. Whether PP is revalued, including right to use. Whether there was a revaluation, company has revalued. Who revalued? Whether it is revaluation done by a registered valuer. Whenever numerics comes, be careful. They can test you with problem. Problem means, figures. And plus or minus change by how much percent? 10% for each class of assets. Class means land, furniture, building, like that. And a revaluation, they can be increased by 10%, decreased by 10%. When will you report? Will you report if there is a change by 5%? Answer is no. After evaluation, there's an increase or decrease by 10% or more for each class of asset, then only you will report. Below 10% is not so material here. Finally, whether your company is holding any Binami property. You've heard about Binami, na? So if your company is holding any Binami property, it's wrong. So whether any case is pending against them. If a case is pending, it has to be properly disclosed, no? As a contingent liability. Now, what is proper records here? Guys, what is proper records? There is no definition for proper records. It's based on auditor's professional judgment. But I was saying, auditor will report if more than or equal to 10% change. Audit report qualifier. But is it reporting or is it qualifying the audit report? Qualifying means you are saying it's wrong, misstatement. Reporting means you're just saying to the users. Now, there's a huge difference. Qualifying means as per 705, you are saying adverse, qualified, negative. Report means you're just saying the fact. Here it is reporting mainly, unless there is an FS misstatement. Now, I have done with first clause. I will repeat in 30 seconds. Please hear well. 5 things: records, physically verified, title deed, revalued, Binami. In that, be careful. Records both PP and intangible. Verified, reasonable intervals 3 years. Title deed only for immobile property other than lease. Revalued 10% or more or equal to. Plus or minus change, then only report. Binami if disclosed. Are we clear with clause 1? E point. At a E point, what they are saying is, what is Binami? Company is acting as a Binami for someone else and they are caught under Binami Prohibition Act. If there is a case, what we learn, it should be properly disclosed as a contingent liability. So whether if they are held under Binami Prohibition Act for holding the Binami property, if so, that case is properly disclosed in notes by management. But all these are reporting. Qualifying means audit report 705 you are qualifying. You don't qualify unless there's a material misstatement. Even we are reporting. Here we are only reporting. Reporting means I'm saying. Qualify means I'm saying wrong. No, I'm just saying reporting. Caro is mainly reporting. What is proper records? Here they will learn now proper record. What is proper record? Auditor has to see based on your judgment. See, right to use. Why this word? Right to use means this word right to use is given mainly because intangible asset is also there. No, that's why right to use. Each class means like for land, building, property, plant and machinery. For each class you will see, not total, each class. Okay, clause, 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 clause. Array 2. Clause 2 is very famous, huh? Your, our, in, when, the, re. See, in clause 1, there were 8 to A, B, C, D, E, 8 to E. Here, just very simple, A, B. So, can you study 2 points? Just 2 points first you study, then I'll explain. Whether management has physically verified, whether physical verification conducted for inventory. Physical verification. Now, stock inventory is given as a security for obtaining loan from bank, working capital loan. When you obtain a loan, stock statement company has to give to the bank every quarter or every month. That stock statement and stock in the books are matching. I won't say matching, I will say agreement. 2 words you learn, then I'll explain. 2 words. What are the 2 words? First, physical verification is done. Statement on stock given to the bank and books are in agreement. Now I'll explain. First, don't forget you guys are intermediate. First step you will verify. You will check whether management has physically verified the inventories at regular, reasonable interval. Reasonable means once in a year. What was the reasonable interval for PPE? Makla, for PPE, once in 3 years. Here inventory is a current asset once in a year. And if there is a discrepancy by 10% or more, how it was dealt for each class. Like I said, here each class, like you do for depreciation, land, property, here each class means for inventory, what is each class? Raw material, work in progress, finished goods. Next. So first point is like this, physically verified by management. There was a difference in books and physical verification. If it is 10% or more, then only you report. What 10%? Book inventory with physical verified inventory difference is more than or equal to 10% report. What was it 10% in clause 1? Other revaluation change. What is 10% in clause 2? That is inventory. There is a difference in physical and books. Second, whether sanctioned working capital loan exceeding how much? 5 crore. In bank audit also we learn 5 crore. Then, who has to file the statement to the bank? Company has to file quarterly returns or monthly statements with the bank. Whether those statement of stock filed by the company and stock in the books are agreement. Bank in a statement and book stock equal. The statement bank the stock in books are same. Watch out. The word is sanctioned and not availed. They might give a question. Availed amount is this, sanction amount is this. Now, when you hear about inventory, Chalo, what else came to your mind when you heard about inventory? Caro, clause 2. What else came? Okay, AS2 or Ind AS will come. When you do for AS or Ind AS, valuation. One more, essay 501. The essay is like audit procedure of inventory, audit evidence. Caro is reporting requirement of inventory under Companies Act. AS, Ind AS is valuation. But I said essay 501. Anna, I'll give you 30 seconds time. Can you learn? If you have learned, take rest. Okay. Sanction limit and availed limit. Anna, we learn in bank audit chapter, no? Bank will sanction 5 crore. You avail 4 crore, meaning utilized what you have taken. That is sanctioned and availed. They will sanction 5 crore, what you avail, what you take is avail limit. B point. Those are asking me a doubt in B point. Here, company, they have taken loan. Okay, I'll say in Malayalam. Company loan eduthu. Endu loan? Working capital. Endu security ആയിട്ട് കൊടുത്തു? സ്റ്റോക്ക്. സ്റ്റോക്ക് കൊടുത്തിട്ട് ലോൺ എടുത്താൽ സ്റ്റോക്ക് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ് ഫയൽ ചെയ്യണം ബാങ്കിന്. ബാങ്കിന് കൊടുത്ത സ്റ്റോക്ക് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റും ബുക്കിലെ എമൗണ്ടും എഗ്രിമെന്റ് ആണോ? The amount in books and statement to the bank whether they are in agreement. Hello, what is happening? Are you all there? Professional skepticism, guys. What to do? See it. Undu. So, guys, if rest is over, come on, we are unstoppables. Okay. So, can we proceed to clause 3, please? Ada, give me reply whether you studied clause 1 and 2. Clause 1, PPE, 5 points. Clause 2, inventories, 2 points. Hello, can I proceed? We are tough people. We are tough people. We are tough people. At our first 2 clauses, can we club both these clauses? First 2 clauses, PPE and inventory. Both these clauses deals with what? Both these clauses, asset related clause. Okay, for those who are asking, what if it is less than 5 crore? Do we need to see? Answer is no. If it is less than 5 crore, no need to see. They are saying only if it is more than 5 crore. See, always we go by materiality, no? So only if the loan is big, you need to see this. Otherwise, you can leave it. Okay. Now, clause. Clause. But I've lost this flow. Makkale, chello, clause 3. What is clause 3? Can I write the short form? LAIGS. Loans, advances, investment, guarantee, security. കൊടുത്തതാണോ എടുത്തതാണോ? Given or taken? Clause 3 is about loans, advances, investment, guarantee, security, given. But I'll say one beautiful thing. This clause 3 is loans and advances given by the company. Given means asset. Now, clause number 9, we will see. That is loans and advances taken by the company. Taken, which is a liability. So when you hear about loans and Caro, you have to see whether it is given, then clause 3. Whether they have taken it as a liability, then clause 9. Are we clear with these 2 points? Okay. Ada, can you learn 6 points? A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah. Who's singing G? Okay. Now, we have given, baby, calm down. We have given loans. Loans is given. Okay. Now, loans, advances, guarantee, security, not investment. How much loan we have given? We means company has given to the related party. Subsidiary, associate, joint venture. Balance sheet, there's a total loan of 70 crore. Assume 70. In this 70, 40 crore, 40 crores is given to subsidiary, associate, JV. Report that. 40 is given to them. Balance 30 is to others. So aggregate amount of loan to subsidiary associate JV and balance other than subsidiary associate JV. This outstanding, as on which date you will see amount as on balance sheet date. I said 70 crore, no, total loan as on balance sheet date. 70 40 is to subsidiary associate JV, balance 30 is to others. Which date? Balance sheet date. Ada, loans given, na? Given. So you have to check whether when you give the loan, there will be some terms, no? Loans, advances, investment guarantee security, whether prejudicial to the interest of company. But prejudicial means adverse, like interest rate is less or no interest rate without security. So whether it is prejudicial, whether management is doing favorism for someone. Now, once loan is given, what you have to get, whether repayments of interest and principal is proper. Repayments is proper. But NPA norms, if it is overdue, due and it is overdue for more than how many days? It's like NPA. Bank we learn, like NPA. If it is overdue for more than 90 days, no, don't do. Whether company has taken proper steps to recover. Now, current year, loans and advances has fallen due. Due means they have to repay it. Whatever we have given, it should be repaid. Instead of repaying, what this management did, they gave it as a, why no support for me? Whether they gave it as a fresh loan, whether they extended it for some more time, or whether they renewed it. All these things are not wrong. If done, auditor will see and report to the shareholders. Now, whether loans and advances repayable on demand, demand means on demand, given to promoters and related parties. Related party, fraud, chance more. And I will repeat, then I'll say one more thing, then you ask me doubt. Loans, advances, investment, guarantee, security. 6 things you have to see. First, you will report aggregate amount. How much is to the subsidiary associate, how much is to the others. Second, you gave the loans, whether the terms are prejudicial, not prejudicial to the users. Then, once given, whether repayments you are getting properly. If not, if it is more than 90 days, steps taken for recovery. Loans and advances fallen due, currently you have to take back. Whether instead of getting it back, whether you extended, renewed or gave us fresh. Whether any demand loan is given to the promoters or related party. So you are a watchdog here. You are watching what management did and reporting to shareholder. Any essay came to mind? I'm asking you essay. Subsidiary, associate, JV of a company, promoter, related party. Very good. Essay 550. Not only that, I won't explain. I will link only. There is a section which you have to learn. Duty to inquire. 143 subsection 1. In that also there is a point. Duty to inquire. Those who don't know, kindly go and see back. Whether loans and advances made by the company are prejudicial to the interest of users. Last question before I pause. Do you need to check only current year given loan? Even opening balance loan, do you need to check? Can you reply? Opening balance, meaning loans already given. Current year nothing. Opening balance. Every loan should be checked. Principal, proper they are giving. Repayment means principal and interest. Interest not paid. Do you need to report? Answer is yes. Why? Repayment will include principal and interest. Now, guys, can you learn this? I'm pausing for sharp 1 minute. At A pointer, B pointer, they asked me to repeat. Can you see last time? Total loan in balance sheet 70 crore in my example, 31st March. How much is to subsidiary associate JV? Etra to subsidiary associate JV? 40 crore. I have to report it here 40. How much to others? 30. That I have to report. Etra avarku, etra baki. How much to them? Balance how much? Whether loans, advances, investment guarantees made, terms are not adverse to the users. Like terms and condition, like interest, repayment terms, that is AB. Now, who asked me EF? But a loan E varsham fallen due. Fallen due means repayment should be got this year. Okay. Instead of taking back what they did, management has renewed, extended, or gave us a fresh loan. There can be a fraud, you know. ആ വർഷം വാങ്ങണം അതിന് വരെ ഫ്രഷ് ആയിട്ട് കൊടുത്തു. So you have to check it and report if issue. Now, whether there is any demand loan, repayable on demand, given to promoters, related party, or related party, it is given. Promoters, related party, meaning fraud chances more. So if there is any demand loan means repayable on demand given to promoters or related party, you have to see specifically because fraud is more, fraud chance. This is E clause. This is F clause. Hello, happy news. Happy news, happy news, happy news. F point, it is promoters and related parties. Ade. Promoters and related parties mainly. Harsh, yes. The happy news. Ask me what? No. Not that. Not the admit card. Ayyo, I'm still in Caro only, da. Clause 1 PP, clause 2 inventory asset. Now, loans, advances, investment, guarantee, security. Next 3 clause, you know. 4, 5, 6. We will finish in. Let me know. How many minutes I have to finish in? How many minutes will you give me? Or time tell 6 minutes up. 2 minutes? Even to write, I will take 1 minute now. I will finish in 3.5 minutes. You can keep the timer. All the 3 clauses, I will finish in 3.5 minutes. Doubt only after that. At a life, there should be a challenge. At a challenge me, no. Ma'am, complete in 3.5 minutes. Challenge, da. OB is opening balance loan. Even loan given to last year's opening balance loan will be also covered. Not only current year, even last year's OB. OB means current year's opening balance. No, unless everyone else challenges, I won't start. Why? You should have all the fun. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. And who start the timing of restart? 3.5 minutes. Your time starts now. Start. At a clause number. Clause number. Don't play. Clause number 4. Where is 4? Yeah. Clause number 4. What is clause 4 all about? You should write like this only. Clause 4. Clause 4 is compliance of section 185 and 186 of Companies Act 2013. Now, what is 185? I'm not writing, I'm just saying. 185 is, okay, I'll write, loan to the directors. 186 is investments, you know, an associate, etc. Who has to comply with section 185 and 186? Management. Whether they complied 185 while giving loan to director? whether they complied with 186 while making investment, you will check. Here also loan to the directors is there, investments in associate company. So which standard will come? SA 550 related party. Clause 4 done. Now clause 5. Come on, life is a race. Clause 5. Public deposits accepted. This clause will apply only if not a private company. This is only if public company. If it's a private company, you cannot accept deposit now. Inter students, come on. You would have learned, no, in law, when you accept public deposit, there are some conditions. One vernacular newspaper, English newspaper, add RBI directions. So, auditor will check whether RBI directions, section 73 to 76 of Companies Act have been complied. If not complied, report the contraventions. Contraventions means violation. This clause 5 will apply only if it is a public company. Why private company cannot accept deposits now? Clause. Timer is going. Clause 6. Other record. Which record? Cost records. Now, who has to maintain cost records? Who? Company. Which type of company? Manufacturing or producing company. They have to maintain cost records. Array, you are not the cost auditor. You are the statutory auditor only. So you will simply check whether cost records as prescribed under 148. I said some section. As prescribed under section 148 of Companies Act, whether maintained. Are you supposed to sit and examine cost records in detail? Answer is no. Prima facie whether records is maintained. So guys, summing up, clause number 4 is compliance of 185 and 186. Clause 5, directions if contravention report and cost records. If not maintained, you will say. If not compliant, you will report. If contravention. That's it. Timer stop. Three minutes, 21 seconds. 9 more seconds. I finish in my time. No. Appreciate. Aha. No need. I asked, then only you appreciated. No, you keep it yourself. Vanda. You have to appreciate without even asking. No, I don't need. Sorry, I don't want. Take it back. No. Vanda. No. But jokes apart, did you understand this? So important clauses 1, 2, 3. These clauses, no, 4, 5, 6, chances little less, but let's not take any risk. Okay. So I will give you 5 minutes rest after discussing 2 questions. Is that okay? Can I discuss 2 questions? Then I will give you a short commercial break. Okay. The past RTP question. I don't know whether you can see it well. It was 2016, Caro. Now I've made it 2020. Can you read what extract they have given? Balance sheet, no. And you see the word company is a private company, you see. They have given paid up capital, reserves, capital reserve. Now they are asking, comment whether Caro is applicable. Now I'll give you 30 seconds time. It's a private company. Only this they have given. Borrowing they have not given. So paid up capital plus reserves and surplus. I will give you 30 seconds time. Come on. Accountancy students, calculate and say, how much will you take paid up capital and reserves? Come on, fast. Okay, what about others? 97, 92, 97, 97. Very good. 92. Mostly 97. Okay, all are saying 97. I mean 87. Hey, what is this? 92, 97. And why are you playing like this? Okay, most of you 97. The answer is 92. How? I will say. Paid up capital 40. Why did you forget to? It is including the uncalled. You should reduce, no? This 40, including uncalled. So 40 minus 5, 35. Preference shares you will include. Bonus shares you will include. Share application money, I said don't include. Unpaid calls you have to reduce. No, only paid up. This paid up of 40 is including unpaid. So minus 5, 35. Now, reserves. Take 15, take 10. So add it. 60, 67, 77, 87, 92. Those who said 97, I think you forgot to minus 5. Am I right? A paid up capital will include unpaid or exclude unpaid. Unpaid, if it is there, you have to reduce. No. Whatever checklist I gave is only an example. They can ask you anything outside this with your common sense knowledge. Unpaid means they have not paid. How it will come in paid up capital quota? So you have to reduce. Okay, left. See, anyways, less than 1 crore. You can't argue like this. Like argument means our mark they will give you only for 92. So that calculation will carry mark, no? Share application money will not form part of capital, not to be considered. Check out the last point which we discussed. Harsh, we said not to be considered. Why? Unless it is allocated, it won't come, we said. So don't take at all, not considered. So put a heading. Applicability of Caro. How will you start? As per para 1 of the order. Okay. Caro is applicable to all company except 5 companies. In that, you elaborate private company. Now, you can't see if it is a small company or not, why detail is not there. Turnover detail is not there. So go with simply paid up capital plus reserves and surplus. Anyway, less than 1 crore, 92 lakhs. So assuming other conditions are satisfied. Assuming other conditions are satisfied, Caro is not applicable, meaning exempt. Total revenue they have given, guys, but borrowings they have not given, no. Oh, they did not opt for borrowing. Okay. They did not opt for borrowing. And they have not given whether it is holding or subsidiary of a public company. That's why I said, assuming other conditions are satisfied, it is exempt. Are we clear? How to present, did you understand? As per you will start, then you will elaborate the specific point of private company. Then in the given case, you show the calculation. This is not accounts or AFM paper. This is theory paper. So show each and every single calculation. Then say 92. Therefore, below 1 crore, assuming it's not public subsidiary of public company, Caro is exempt. Yeah. Turnover they have given, private they have given. Paid up capital, how much is paid up capital? Yeah, small company also it can be checked. Yes. This para you can check. Correct. Small company also you can check. That's right. So assume this para is not there, just the extract you see. Assuming this para is not there, just extract you see. This was my main thing. Leave that first part. This just extract you see. I wanted you to calculate that. That's why. Extract you see. Okay. How much will you take? Last question before the break. How much will you take for paid up capital plus free reserves? 60 plus 20 plus 22. Debit balance, what will you do? Minus. Capital reserve, someone was asking me. Capital reserve also you will include. Why reserves and surplus? So it will come to 98. Now you understood that clause. Net of we said. Why revaluation reserve? Where it is said it should not be taken, Kota. What did we study? Reserves and surplus as per Schedule 3. As per Schedule 3, revaluation reserve will come, no? Eda, I said many times, I think you guys were misguided or see. Eda, I think I repeated 2 to 3 times. Reserves and surplus as per Schedule 3, and I said it's not a free reserve. Not only free reserve, every reserve as per Schedule 3 you will take. It's not free reserve. You ask. Just concern is my time. Otherwise, I'll sit and explain n number of times. No worries. So guys, can you sum up before we take a short commercial break? Where were we? We were in para. Ada, before we break, come on, tell me. Para. 3. Para 3 is first 2. It is first 2. Asset related. Next 2. Related party related. Next 2 was related party. See, related party. Next 2 is for specific companies. One is for public company, another is for manufacturing. 2 asset, 2 related party, 2 specific company. Are we set till here? Okay. Sharp 5th minute, I will start. Just a small commercial break. Hello, are you back? Can we start? Hello. Are we back? Eda, come on, mark the attendance. 5 minutes over. So get back to work. Come on, business. Next one. 2 clauses asset related. Next to 2 clauses was related party. Next to 2 clauses was Next to 2 clauses was specific company. Very good. Now going to one of the very important clause 7. Okay, very important clause. Anyone, what is clause 7? Clause 7 is regarding statutory dues. The statutory dues. Now, statutory dues means government dues. Let me make a point clear over. If it is statutory dues, government dues like GST, income tax, ESI, PF, then it is clause number 7. 7, not, yeah, clause 7. Now, if it is other dues, it is clause, anyone, like bank dues, all these things, other dues, other than statutory, then it is clause 9. So clause 7 and clause 9, we will learn one after the another. After 7, I'll go to 9. Both are dues. 1 statutory, 9 is others. Now, very easy. What clause 7 said? Statutory dues means government dues. Due is there. We are not paying. Balance sheet, it's a liability. What will you report? When will you report? If dues are outstanding for more than dash months. How many months? More than 6 months. As when? As on the last day of the financial year. Let us take balance sheet date. What is balance sheet date? 31st March. From that, backwork 6 months. At a backwork, March, February, January, December, November, October. So it's 30th September or earlier itself, it's due and not paid. So as on 31st March, it is outstanding. That too for more than 6 months. Then only report. So wait, I will ask you. There is a due which is outstanding from 1st January. Do you need to report? Answer is no. Why? It's only 3 months outstanding. There's a due outstanding from 25th of September. 25th of September means October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months, no? So report. Outstanding from 20th of October. October, November, December, January, February, March. Only 5 months. No need to report. Now, did you understand the 6 months? Okay. Now, this is which dues? Makla, which dues? Undisputed dues. Meaning, no dispute, they're not paying. Now, disputed dues means what? They have demanded, demand is there. It's not just representation, demand is there. Company says, no, we can't pay, it's not our. So disputed dues, don't see any, it's like a litigation, very good, litigation. Don't see anything, you just report the amount and forum. Forum means place where the dispute is. Commission of Income Tax, Commission of Appeals, where the dispute is pending, forum. Here, don't see 6 months. Will a mere representation be treated as dispute? Our income tax department asked a notice and you gave a reply. They didn't reply after that. Mere representation means it's less like a show cause notice. You would have heard in IDT. Show cause notice. No. For a dispute, you have made representation. Department said no, and there should be a litigation. Now, what all will come in statutory dues? GST, PF, ESI, income tax, etc. So this clause is very important. When a due, GST, PF, ESI, etc. is given, think of this clause 7 of Caro. But any essay came to your mind? Inter students, you don't have to study in detail, but still. Essay 250, Laws and Regulation. Due means it's like a provision contingent liability. AS 29 and Ind AS is also there. Now, disputed dues. One essay can come. Disputed, for dispute only. Litigation, no. Essay 5 not. 1. Makla, are we clear? Can you study? I'll give you 30 seconds. Please study. Clause 7. Think when only if there is a statutory dues like GST, ESI, PF, income tax, etc. When will you report? More than 6 months. If dispute, anyway you have to report. Don't see 6 months there. When you will see 6 months? From 31st March. Yo, if it is yo, put yo, no. And I want to jump. Please, 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 please. And I want to jump. And I jump to clause 9. And you need not report if it is less than 6 months. You need not report if there is no disputed dues. You will report only if it is more than 6 months. Or disputed dues, you have to report irrespective of the time, amount and forum. And can we go to clause 9? And I want to jump. No. And a jump. And a jump. Now, why am I jumping to clause 9? I asked you to jump and you jumped. Hey, don't do like this. Come on, due. 7 is government due, statutory due. 9 is remaining dues. Can I write repayment of dues? And I listen 2 times careful. 2 times careful. 7 9 related, dues. 9 3 related. 3 is loan you gave, 9 is loan you took. Loan taken. Now, when you take a loan, okay, company took a loan and there are A, B, C, D, E, F. First one, if loan is taken, whether is there any default in repayment of dues? Are they paying it regularly? 1. Whether your company is declared as a willful defaulter. Best example is Vijay Mallya. He had cash and he didn't pay. Is your company like that? Whether C and D both are relating to application of amount. Loan taken for what purpose? Whether they utilize for the said purpose. Now again, application. Loan taken for a short-term basis, like working capital loan, whether they utilize for building land. Raised on short-term, applied for long-term. Both these two are application related. See, both are application related points. Application. Now, E and F is relating to, again, subsidiary, associate, JV. Everyone. I won't repeat. I'm going to say it pakka. Here very well, here very well, here very well. Whether company took the loan. Why? For meeting the obligation of subsidiary, associate, joint venture. Who took the loan? Company. Why they took for meeting? Why they have taken for meeting the subsidiary, associate, JV's obligation? For them, our company took. Now F is little reverse. We raise for our own purpose. Company took loan for their own purpose. How they took? By pledging the securities of subsidiary, associate, JV. Here loan was taken for them by us. Us means company. Here loan was taken for us, giving their security as pledge. Both are relating to subsidiary, associate, JV. It's like related party. Very good. Ada, can you acknowledge whether you heard this? I'm repeating. 9M, 3M, you should study. 3 is loan given, 9 taken. 7M, 9M, linker. 7 is statutory, 9 is other dues. How many points? 6 points. Loan taken, no. So, whether you are doing any default, if default, first two, regarding default, first two is default. Whether you are doing as a willful defaulter, next two is application. For the purpose, long-term, short-term. Next to subsidiary, associate, JV. Will this loan include loan from NBFC also? Come on, many times I've asked. The loan means bank and financial and all will come. So yes. Now they have applied for rescheduling. Do you need to report? Now what is rescheduling? Company, they could not pay. So they approached bank. Bank. Can you see the terms? Revise and give us. Still, it is outstanding. Rescheduling means you're approaching them for some help. Till it is loan only, no. Report. Makla, Chalo, can you reply whether you understood this well? Hello? Did everyone reply? Rescheduling of loan means it's like company cannot give. They have approached the bank for a liberal terms or one more chance. Even though you have approached bank, it's still loan. D is loan taken for short term, working capital loan, utilized for long term, like building of land, some building purpose, short term fund, utilized for long term, diversion of funds. Makla, one clause we have left and came. We came to 9 after 8, after 7, so 8. Yeah. Willful defaulter means they have money, they didn't pay, like Vijay Mallya. Like something related to fraud, like fraud. In fact, willful defaulter is like a fraud. Okay, can I jump to clause 8? A difference between E and F, I've written inside, no? E is Clause E is we take for them. We took for them. F is we took pledging their security. Who's their subsidiary, associate, JV? Rescheduling has to be reported. Okay, doubt over. Can I jump to it? Eighth, fraud. Actually, not fraud. It's like a fraud. Fraud related. I'll say like that. Fraud related. Okay. Fraud related. Clause number 8. There was some unrecorded transaction. Unrecorded transaction. Okay. Unrecorded transaction means some transaction, it's like you have hidden. Now in the current year, last year you did not record, current year, that particular income, okay, it has been surrendered to income tax, or it has been disclosed during some income tax assessment. Last year it was unrecorded income. Current year, that income, last year, 2024-25, it is unrecorded. Current year, 25-26, income tax has caught, they have disclosed or they have surrendered to income tax. Then, whatever was unrecorded in the last year, now since they have surrendered to income tax, shouldn't be shown in current year's books also? Yes, no, tell me. So, whether properly recorded in the books. Can I call this as fraud related clause? I'm not saying fraud. Can I call this as fraud related clause? But a fraud dane. You have not recording. Alle. I think this clause is pretty easy. Last year it was unrecorded. Current year it has been disclosed to income tax. Once disclosed, last year's unrecorded should be recorded in the current year. Can I have a reply whether you are clear till? This is 8. We have finished 9 also. Can I have a reply, guys? Okay. Can I continue to clause number? I lost the flow. 10. Are you sure? Okay. 10. Now, guys, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All are very easy. Very easy. Come on. We'll go. Where is 10? Here. Very easy clause, 10. See, company can raise money internally or externally. You hope you study in FM, etc. Internally, how will you raise money? Internally, money raised through IPO, FPO, further public offer, private placement, preferential allotment. That internal raised money is clause number 10. Externally, how you raise money? Externally, how you raise money? Through loan, advance, etc. That is clause 9. 9 is due from bank, etc. Due you have to pay, external. Now, internally, clause number 10, no? Yeah, clause 10. Application of money raised, that's for internal. Money raised. Whether company has raised money through, what? Raise money through initial public offer, further public offer. Whenever you raise the money, you have to utilize for the said purpose. Then, whether they have made private, private placement or preferential allotment. There are 2 sections which says this. Very good. Section 62 and 42. I'm sorry, 42 and 62 are complied. So this clause you will think when internal money is raised. Internal means through IPO, FPO, shares, public offer, all these. External money means other than, like some external parties. This is for funding of shareholders. Funds of shareholder. External parties means bank, etc. That is clause 9. Can I call this also as fraud related? If it is not utilized for the said purpose, you have to report. Can I say like clause 8 is fraud related unrecorded? Can I say this also fraud related? And I am not saying fraud, I'm saying fraud related. Correct or no? Correct or? If they don't use. And may I have a reply? Only 2 points. IPO, FPO. Whether for the purpose. Private placement, preferential allotment. Section complied and for the said purpose. If not, you will report. Where are you guys? All here? Hello? All good? Pretty good? Are we all good? If good, say good. Celebrate, guys. Almost. Half over. Half over. 10 we have reached. Only 21. 21st already I've taught you. Only 10 more classes here. Celebrate. What is this, guys? Okay. நிக்கணோ போனோம் நிக்கணுமா போணுமா wait or go if go where to go beach or park where to go da class 11 wait I will show you now it's my revenge time nikki illa wait my revenge time I will show you wait revenge time I'm going to say 5 classes in one go CA da CA students da we are tough people. So can I say 11? 8 unrecorded income, undisclosed income, unrecorded. 10 application, we said fraud related, 8 and 10. Now comes the hero. Fraud. Clause 11. Fraud. See, you are the auditor. You have found out during your audit, okay, fraud on or by the company. Company ചെയ്ത fraud company പുറത്തുള്ള fraud on the company or by the company പാത്തെങ്ക. Then you have to report. Shareholder should know. Second, you would have learned in law. Whether any report under section 143(12) is filed with the central government in form ADT 4. But if the fraud amount exceeds 1 crore or equal to 1 crore, you have to report to central government. Whether that was done, you will report to shareholder. You are only an intermediary. Whether there is any, have you heard about whistleblower complaints? Like if there is some issue inside the company, vigil mechanism. Inside the company, a person will say, keeping his identity confidential, whether some complaint is received inside the company, what was the complaint, how it is considered. So very simple, guys. Did you see any fraud on or by the company? Was there any fraud on or by the company? Was any report already filed with central government? Okay. Now, is there any complaint vigil mechanism inside? Yes. Then report it to the users. Fraud. Essay. Inter students, we don't have in detail, but still essay 240. Already 143.12 I've said. The 143.12 is reporting to whom? That is central government. Caro, clause number 11, fraud, which we studied now, that is reporting to whom? Shareholders. Now, there are some other topics called as investigation and forensic, which is not audit. I was just saying. Makla, can we say like this? Clause 8, 10, 11. 8 unrecorded, 10 wrong application, 11 is fraud. Can we put all these together as fraud related clauses? Yes or no? And one yes, please. Oh, thank you. And let me ask, are you guys studying with me? Are you guys following? I'm taking it in a moderate speed, but I can't reduce more than this. We have to finish off. All okay, da? Okay? Okay, Anna. Sure. But after 11, what is the number? Eh? Come on. Kindergarten. Okay, 12, 12, 12, 12. And the other company, for small saving, there is a company, Nidhi company. And what is Nidhi company? Like what they do? They will collect from public. Okay, these are the public. From public, this company will collect what? Money. This money collected, deposit, asset, liability. Liability, no. Now, there is a ratio. If Nidhi companies net owned funds, net owned funds, the capital funds, main funds, if their net owned fund is 1 rupee, assume 1 rupee is their net owned funds, assume. They can take up to 20 rupees of liability, or there is a limit. If 1 rupees is your net owned funds, 20 times you can accept the deposit, not more than that. Now, what the Nidhi will do for deposits? They will give it as advances. They collect money from public and they give it as loans to the others. They can give loan after keeping 10% as a reserve. Unencumbered reserve, meaning free, pledge cheyata, unpledged reserve. Repeat. This clause you will see only Nidhi company. Whether complied with the net owned funds to deposit ratio. What's the ratio? Come on. What's the ratio? 1:1:20. What is this one? Net owned funds. What is 20? Deposit. If 1 rupee, 20 times they can accept deposit, not more than that. Whether they are maintaining 10% of deposits, they should not give as advances. They should maintain as a deposit. What if some people come and ask the money? They should have reserve. If they have defaulted in repayment, report the default. What repayment? Repayment of principal or repayment of interest. Earlier, we saw 2 clauses. Makle, 2 clauses was for specific company. What are the 2 clauses? 5 is for public company. 6 is for manufacturing company. Now, like that, 12 is for Nidhi company. A Nidhi company, you have to understand what the company is. They will accept deposit. How much deposit they can accept. அவங்களோட net owned funds 1 ரூபானா, அவங்களோட net owned funds 1 rupeena, up to 20 rupees they can accept. There is a limit. உன்னோட fund 1 rupeena, up to 20 times you can accept. Not more than that. It's a limit. உங்ககிட்ட 1 ரூபா இருக்குன்னா நீ 20 times வரை எடுத்துக்கோ. It's limit for accepting deposits from public. Unencumbered deposit means free deposits. This deposit should not be pledged. Free. Anytime you can convert. Free deposits. And are you all there with me? So 4, 6, 12. Makle, 4, 6, 12. Why am I saying 4, 6, 12 is my phone number or what? 4, 6, 12 are specific company clauses. Not 4, 5, 6, 12. I'm sorry. 5 is public company. 6 is manufacturing company. 12 is Nidhi. I'm sorry. 5, 6, 12. 5, 6, 12. 5, 6, 12. I'll give you 1 minute rest after 1 or 2 minutes rest after I finish this. Can you say proceed to? Proceed to? Alla, where to proceed? You're saying proceed. Where? Lanja. 13. Related party, eh? Like 13 and 15. One after another I'm going to take. 14, let it take rest. 13 and 15, both are related party. This is transactions with the related party. This is non-cash transactions with the specified person, which is related party only. Now, what's the difference between 13 and 15? 13, la transaction. Any transaction. Director buys goods from the company. It should be a reasonable arm's length price, 13. Non-cash transaction means instead of remuneration, director is saying, I want goods of the company. No consideration is there. Now, whenever this is done, related party risk is high. Our Companies Act says transaction with related party is allowed, provided it should be as per Section 177 Audit Committee and Section 188 of Companies Act complied. Who has to comply? Management. You are a watchdog. Check if complied. Now 15. Whether Section 192 is complied. Makla, can you consolidate? Which all are the clauses dealing with related party? Can you summarize me? Related party. Which all clauses? No, ma'am, we won't say. Thank you. 3, 4, 13, 15. 3 is loans, advances, investment, guarantee, security to associate, promoters, directors, demand loan. 4 is loan to the directors, investment, 185, 186. 13 is not loan. Loan means 3 and 4. It is transactions. 15 is also transaction, but non-cash. Now, did you understand? Are we clear? The poor class number 14 is sitting and crying. Why did you ignore that 14? Very bad of you. Share. But it's your favorite person inside the company who helps you. But it's one of the person whose help you can take. You can use his work. Internal audit. But for a company like Infosys, there's an internal audit department which works throughout the year. For a small company, see, you saw a small company there. Outside that door, you saw a small company. For that company, a person will come monthly once and check. So internal audit department will depend upon the size of the company. Meaning, whether company has internal audit department, commensurate. Commensurate means proportional to the size of the company. For an Infosys, Tata, Reliance, department is required, not a person. Whether we, who are we? Statutory auditor. We considered internal auditor's report. 2 point, department, is it okay for the size of the company? Yo. Whether we consider their report? Yo. Any other thing came to your mind when you heard about internal auditor? Wow, you were waiting for me to ask. Essay 610. Okay, using the work of internal auditor. Then section 138 of Companies Act, internal audit. You need essay 315? Why 315? Identifying and assessing the risk. Okay, internal audit is a part of internal controller. Okay, keep it. Keep it. Okay. But I don't want to, okay, that time. Internal audit is part of, internal audit is part of internal control. Okay. Makla, chalo. Are we clear with 15? Only 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 have already completed. Only 5 more. You say, aren't you guys unstoppable? Para, tell me. At our life, there are a lot of problems, I'll say. Now you'll be thinking, ma'am, we are facing so much of stress. We are having this, we are having this. Yes, everyone will face problems, guys. Not only you alone, but who will emerge as successful? Para, those people who can tide. Tide means you can, what you say? Yeah, cross across all these things. That's why I called you as unstoppables. Once once our result comes, successful come. Once successful, all these things, whichever you have faced now, it's like a year. When you look back, it will be like a year. So compromise now for those words successful. Hello, unstoppables. Are you ready for clause 16? I want yes or no. I call you unstoppables, guys. Oh, okay. No, 1 second, I thought. Okay. Sorry. So can we go to 16 with this? 16. And a 16 is NBFC. Final students, we learn a chapter itself. Just understand the basics, okay? Don't worry about the detailed version, just basic things. So guys, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, N, B, F, C. And I want to start an NBFC today, RR. How can I start? First step, I should obtain a Amma, whose NBFC is Amma, RBI, Amma, can I start? Okay. Obtain, COR, certificate of registration under section 45, from RBI. First step is obtain a COR is certificate of registration. Okay. So if you are auditing an NBFC, you will check whether they have obtained a certificate. 1. Second, whether an NBFC or housing finance company activity is done, housing finance loan, without holding certificate of registration. Whether your company is an NBFC or a housing finance company without certificate of registration doing the activity. Whether your company is a core investment company. Ada, have you heard about core investment company? Meaning the main purpose is to invest in the group. Like Tata, I'm just saying, just for example, Tata Capital, they invest mostly in Tata Sons, Tata Group. Interested? Just learn. Core investment company is a type of company, mainly for investment, whether they are satisfying core investment. Now, whether the group has more than one core investment company. Say, assume Tata Group has Tata Capital. Other than that, Tata Investment, whether a group, Tata Group, is having more than one core investment company. It's only example and not practical. Hello, Makla. You are doing audit of what? NBFC. First step, did you obtain certificate? Okay. If not, report. Are you doing housing finance or NBFC without valid? Valid means valid. That certificate should have validity. Now, whether the company you are doing audit is a core investment company, mainly doing 90% of investment activity? Yes. Whether that group, parent group, is having more than one core? Report. But I want to sum up. Which are the clauses which is specific company? 4 clauses. And clause number 5, clause number 6. 5 is public company, only public deposits. 6 is cost records, only manufacturing and producing company. Then 12 is Nidhi company only. And 16 is NBFC. Like 4 clauses are related party. 3, 4, 15, 13, 15. This is 5, 6, 12, 16. Let me finish. After this, in 10 minutes, we will sum up and draw Caro chart, if you permit me. Are we clear with clause 16? Makle, unstoppables. Power, power, power. Come on, power, power. Are you there with me? If there, all put 17, 17, 18, 19, 20, only 4. Come on, come on, come on. Very good. That's the spirit, guys. Maintain, maintain, maintain. Clause 17. And giving up is very easy, but maintaining and showing in the same momentum only we can do. CA students, CAs are tough people. Ayyo, 17. Ayyo, 17. Wow, very easy. 17 and 18 is very easy. At our NBFC chapter, we will study in final. Lot of things are there. Obtaining certificate is only 1 point. Lot of things. So, for holding certificate of registration, lot of things are there. So, whether they are holding valid certificate as per the points, that also you have to check. Okay. Now come to clause 17, cash loss. Net loss is P&L, cash loss. Cash flow is minus. Most of the users are ignorant about cash loss. Net loss, they are concerned. But more liquidity issue will come if cash loss. So, as an auditor, we will report whether company had incurred not net loss, cash loss in the financial and immediately preceding previous year. 1 year cash flow, it's okay. 2 years at a stretch cash loss. Report it to the users. Users, see, your company is incurring cash loss, that too for 2 years, huh? Net loss means you need not report that, only cash loss. Makla, can I go to 18? No. Can we go to 18, please? 18, 18, 18. Court? Why did I say like a court? Okay, 18. And a lot of talks has been going on regarding resignation of auditor. Can you say few other places in essays? Essay only I want, nothing else. In essays, where all you hear about resignation? In essay 705. If disclaimer of opinion you withdraw, then in essay 210, if preconditions are violated after accepting the audit, if there is a unreasonable revision in the terms, you withdraw. Then, if you see fraud or non-compliance of law, you withdraw. Limitation on scope will come as a part of 705. So there are a lot of places in essays where you withdraw. Okay. Okay, guys. So you are doing the audit of a company where previous auditor resigned, whether you saw that or not. Whether there is any resignation of a statutory auditor in the year, if so, did you consider before accepting that? Makla, there is professional ethics which we study in final. They say before you accept the audit, you should communicate with previous auditor. We should understand why he was removed. Are we clear with clause number clause number 18? Yes, during the year. Here, cash loss in 2 years. Second last clause for the session. After that, sum up if you permit. Class over. Can we go to... You will report in clause 18 whether you considered the resignation, and if so, you will report. Yes, clause 18. Maklai 19. 19. 19, 20. 21 already I've finished. 19 da. This number writing is difficult. 19. The clause you should write only like this. Going concern. But a going concern. Essay. But essay 570, you learn financial indicator, you learn operational indicator, you learn other indicators, right? So see, financial ratio you saw, aging analysis of debtors you saw, realization of assets is there, settlement of liability, other information. Plus audit report, the fifth element is also going concern. Title, addressee, opinion, basis, uncertainty. Now here in clause number 19, you saw ratios is okay, aging analysis of debtors, all okay, assets are being sold and realized, settlement, other information you saw. There is no material uncertainty for next 1 year. But a 1 year, some connection is there. As per SA 570, foreseeable future is 12 months. So as an auditor of a company, you have to see all these things and you have to report that there is no uncertainty in the next 1 year. Ma'am, already we are reporting an audit report, no? That is only in one specific case, that is audit report. This is Companies Act Caro additional report, specific. Life clear. Can you say 20? 21 is already over, so I won't say that. Now wait. Haven't you heard about CSR under section? Companies Act 135. Now, how much CSR should be spent? 2% should be spent. They spend only 1.5%. 0.5. What I have to report here? Regarding 2 1.5 0.5 in this I have to report. Regarding 0.5. Now 135, I need not explain, but still I'm saying in 1 minute. Listen, only once I'll say. This 0.5 within 30 days of the closure, you should deposit into a special account if some ongoing project is going on. In the year, you didn't get the time to finish the project. That's why 0.5 was unspent. So within 30 days, put it in a separate account and finish off the ongoing project. If it is other than ongoing project, you are yet to decide. Within 6 months, you will put in Schedule 7 mentioned funds. Unspent CSR is there. Already there's an ongoing project. Project is going on. Then within how many days? 30 days transfer to the special account and do the ongoing project finish off. Utilize this 0.5. There is no ongoing project. Still, that 0.5 should not be utilized for declaring dividend, etc. Within 6 months, it should be put into the Schedule 7 funds. If it is ongoing project, within 30 days, otherwise 6 months. What 0.5 unspent? Finally, what was clause number 21 already discussed? Just for the namesake. Consolidated financials audit. You remember I said in Malayalam, Tamil and English 3 to 4 times. Standalone FSL 1 to 20. In that 1 to 20, if there is an adverse or negative comments, put in clause number 21 of CFS audit. And I said, come on. That is 21. So this clause will come only for CFS audit. I wanted to finish by 1:30 sharp, and then I asked you 15 minutes extra. You remember that? But I took 2 to 3 minutes extra. Let me know if you're ready for a sum up of Caro in 10 minutes. That will be a roller coaster. Don't fall off. No. Like this, if you say, I won't, but I'm hungry, why? You would have eaten the lunch, no? Tell me how many of you are eating or how many of you ate during the class. I want to know. Come on. How many of you ate or are eating? No. Tell that, then only I will go. Para. Solunga. Uh-uh. No, you want me to believe that? Or you want me to believe? Okay, 1 packet Oreo. Okay, give me ready. Ready. If you give me ready, I will go for roller coaster ride of 10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes, sir. Ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Allah, why that girl is sitting and crying, ready? Ready for what? Array. Ready for what? Caro, sum up. 10 minutes, sir. Keep the timer. And now you are going to say, and I'm going to write only, nothing else. I won't say. Now ball is in your court. Revision is the key towards success. So revise. Da. Caro. Start camera action. Come on. Sum up. Asset related clauses. A ball is in your court, right? Tell. Asset related clause 1 and 2. What is 1? PPE. What is 2? Inventory. PPE. How many clauses were there in PPE? A, B, C, D, E. Don't say 5, say E. Say E. Learn by saying E. A to E. Inventory. A and B. Now, can you say numerics? PP, what all numerics you heard? Numerics you might forget. Come on, numerics, please. 10% revaluation reserve you heard. Not revaluation, revalued. Sorry, revalued. Then what else did you hear? Reasonable intervals is 3 years. This is revalued and other is reasonable intervals. Interval. Anything else? Numeric or section? That's it, right? Now, inventory. Can you say where all numerics you heard? 10% discrepancies, how it was dealt. 10% discrepancies. Then, working capital loan. How much? Maklai, working capital loan. 5 crores. That's it. Is there anything else which I missed out? Yeah, thank you. Reasonable intervals is 1 year is the reasonable interval. 1 year reasonable interval. Okay, that's it. Who asked you to guys? Come on, unstoppables. Next. Asset related is over. Now, can you come to related party, which you have already said to me 2 to 3 times. Related party, which all clauses are there? Clause. 3 is loans, advances, investment, guarantee, security. 4, compliance. 13, transactions. 15, the 15, non-cash transactions. Okay. Now numerics. Not numerics before that. Here A to F. Here nothing. Okay, leave it. Numerics, please. Numerics, sir. 90 days is there. Anything else? Subsidiary associate. That's it, I guess. 90 days. Here section is there. 185 and 186. Then 13. 177 and 188. Non-cash 192. Now guys, specific company. Run. Life is a race. Run. Specific company. Specific company. 4. 5. 5 is public deposits. Public company. 6 is cost records, manufacturing company. 12 is Nidhi company. And 16 is NBFC. Tell me how many sub-point and numerics also, please. Public deposits, no cost records. Nidhi company, A to C, NBFC, A to D. I hope you are with me. Public deposits, section 73 to 76, cost records 148, Nidhi company 1:20, 10%, 45 IA, certificate of registration. Are you all following? I said it's a roller coaster. Don't fall off. Put the seat belt, specified company. Now, dues related clauses. Makkale, dues related, dues. Arre, dues related, da? Dues. Oh, what are the clauses? 7, statutory dues, and 9, what dues? Other dues. Can I say repayment of dues? Yeah. Now, how many sub points are there? Sub. A and B. Here, A to F. Now, here, 6 months is there. Repayment. Is there any numerics in repayment of dues? Nothing, I guess. Repayment. Nothing. Okay. Now, fraud related. Fraud related. Makkale, fraud related. Fraud related. 8, unrecorded income, undisclosed, unrecorded transaction. 10, application of money and fraud. Okay. Now, sub-clauses. What is the sub-clause there? Unrecorded income, nothing. Application is only 2 points. Basically, fraud, 3 points. Now, any sections? Here, application is section 6242. Fraud is 143.12. That's it, I guess. ADT4. Thank you. ADT4. Okay. Now, consolidated financial statements. Come on, clause number 21. That's it. And now check which all clause we finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Where is 16? 16. A balance clause, can I put it as others? 14 is internal audit. 17 is cash loss. 18 is resignation. 19 going concern. Or I forgot 21. 20. What is 20? Unspent CSR. And instead of studying it as a story or instead of what you call mnemonics, I feel this route is highly beneficial for you to have a concept clarity. Do means these two clauses think. Are we clear? Are we clear? Hello. Clear? So guys, I asked you 15 minutes, 3 more minutes. No, 4 more minutes left. Can I discuss 1 or 2 questions wind up? What you say? Come on. If okay, put yes. We have already discussed 2 questions in 1 second. 2 questions in 1 second. Application. Now I'll discuss 2 questions in what you call presentation also. Okay, and then we'll wind up. Ready? Makla, ready? Okay. One question was there. Okay, question is running. Here. Can you say? At a Caro 2020, as an auditor, how would you report? A term loan was obtained from a bank for 80 lakh for acquiring research and development equipment, of which 15 lakh was used to buy a car. Can you say which clause you will report? Loan taken or given? Makla, loan taken. Once loan is taken, now you guys have clarity. No, 3 is given, 9 is taken. Once taken, it is clause number 9. 9, now in the chart you saw A to F. In that what? Purpose. Okay. Now how will you present? This was 2 marks, 2 marks. Put a heading, reporting requirements under Caro. How will you start? As per, as per para 3 of the order issued. Okay. Now you explain clause number 9. But it's only 2 marks. If this question was for 5 marks, explain entire clause 9. Since it is only 2 marks, you need not. According to mark, you explain. Clause number 9. 9, which one? C. If you forget inner clause, it's fine. As per clause number 9, auditor should inquire and report whether loan has been utilized, loans and advance has been utilized for the purpose. If it is for my 5 marks, explain entire clause number 9. Then you write in the given case. That case. Therefore, auditor should report this deviation from the purpose in Caro clause number 9C. Now, can you say second question, guys? Second question, please. Physical verification of 40% of item has been conducted. Balance 60% will be conducted in the next year due to lack of time. Yeah. Do you need to quote AS2 Ind AS? No. 501, you may link it here, but not required because question they said only Caro 2020. If this was not there, you could have written also SA 501. As per SA 501, auditor should be an observer at the physical counting. But here they specifically said Caro only, so don't quote SA 501. So Caro, clause number 2. 2 in which clause? As per para 3, clause number 2A. Whether physical verification has been conducted at the regular intervals. Regular intervals here means, regular intervals means it is once in a year. So, and I'll show you one answer here. Wait, I've just prepared one answer for showing you fully. Can you see whether it's okay for you? This only alone I prepared this. First, you put a heading, physical verification. As per clause 1, para 3, requires auditor to report whether physical verification has been done. Physical verification is a responsibility of management, reasonable intervals. This is one sentence from your side. In the given case, what happened? Therefore, he has to consider the impact and report. Like we said, as per para 3, then one sentence, management should do reasonable interval every year. In the given case, conclusion. Are we clear? And are you understanding the presentation part? Hello? Yes. So that's it, guys. I think I asked you 15 minutes. I think I've taken that. Okay, question, where was it? Wait, here. So guys, with that, let me just wrap it up. Just give me 1 or 2 minutes and then I'll come back to you. So Ada, I hope I've did some kind of justice. I don't know whether I did. See, I have to say one thing. I can take a PDF. I can easily underline and do it. But I thought doing like that, it's not good. Caro, if you want the PDF notes, it's there in my app. You can download. Okay. Now, Ada, how was the session? Come on. All okay? Did you study, Caro? And I want that. Okay, Ada, one more thing. Whenever the result comes, okay, your, there was one thing, na? Where is that? know that scene? He will emerge as, I don't know how many of you know that BGM. He will emerge as successful. Okay. So, yes. Yeah, that's right. So like that, whenever the result is coming, maybe it is, I hope most of you are writing in this attempt. Whenever it is, let God bless you to do the exam well and in flying colors also. Okay. So that's it from my side, guys. And I should thank you for, being so active despite being an online, that too afternoon session. Okay.